Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Live a Thousand Lives. My name's Janaea. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you've been coming around for a while, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Today we're going to be talking about my library book haul. So let's get into this video. So the first things, and I say things because it's all part of a series that I borrowed from the library last month actually. I'm still waiting on volume 1 though, is Saga, volumes 2 through 8. I am still waiting for volume 1. They haven't gotten it in yet. I'm so excited to read this series. Everybody talks so highly of it, and so I'm super excited for it. But I just haven't gotten the first one yet, so I'm waiting for that. So I have 2 through 8. The next thing that I borrowed from the library is Tessa on the Road audiobook. My library has different types of audiobook. This is a CD one. Probably going to return it because I don't really have anything I can listen to it except for like my car or my computer. So I might give this a try, or I might just return it and get it on overdrive. They did have the hard copy at my library, but I was like, oh, I need an audiobook. Well, I forgot that this was CDs, so we'll see what happens with this. The next thing, and I'm fascinated by this cover, is When My Heart Was Wicked by Trisha Sterling. So this is about a girl who used to be wicked and perform spells on people to hurt them, and now she only does spells and stuff for the good. So yeah, it sounds interesting. I'm excited to read it. It's super short. I think it's less than 200 pages. Let me find out. Yeah, it's 184 pages. Should be able to whip through this if it's good, you know. So I'm excited to try this one out. The next thing is also something I had never heard of, but I read the back and it seems right up my alley. And that is So Glad to Meet You by Lisa Super. I think this will be my next read. This is about Daphne and Oliver, who they're completely opposite. Daphne is a book astronomy nerd, and Oliver is like the mascot at his private school. They don't even go to the same schools. However, the one thing they have in common is that Daphne's older sister Emily and Oliver's older brother Justin were high school sweethearts, and they committed suicide together. So trigger warning for suicide, obviously. I mean, it says that right on the back that they committed suicide together. But if that triggers you, don't read this. Suicide used to trigger me, but it doesn't anymore. And not for me per se, but I've known people that have committed suicide, and so it would always like bring me down, and my mental state wouldn't be very good. But I have figured out ways to handle it, and so I'm excited to read this. I study suicide and the prevention of suicide so that I can help other people. So it's something that I'm passionate about. So I'm really, really excited to read this. The next thing that I'm super, super excited to read is by an author that I read by chance last year, and her book that I read last year is like now one of my favorites, and that is Amanda Hawking's Between the Blade and the Heart, Valkyrie book 1. I saw book 1 and I was like, I have to read this. Like, I'm so excited. So I'm excited to get to this one. I don't know what this is about. I don't even know what a Valkyrie is. I think it's, it says as one of Odin's Valkyries. So I'm assuming it must be some sort of mythology, which is cool because I love mythology. So I'm really, really excited to read this. I'm hoping that this surprises me like her book Freaks did. So I'm excited to read that. The next book on my list, yeah, there's a lot, is called A Room Away from Wolves, and this caught my attention because it's so beautiful. And at first I thought, oh, it's going to be like a werewolf story or something. No, it is not. So this is about a girl named Bina, who has never forgotten the time she and her mother ran away from home. Her mother promised they would hitchhike to New York City to escape Vina's cruel father and start over. But I think her mom ends up missing, and so she's like looking for her in all the places they hid, I think. So I'm excited to read this. It sounds amazing and it looks beautiful. A lot of the books that I got are purple or blue. I don't know. The next one is A Small Madness by Diane Tuchel. This is about a young girl who I believe is pregnant. Becomes pregnant. What is with me in reading about pregnancy? But anyway, this is a short book. I was looking for some short books for the month of November because of NaNoWriMo. This book is less than 200 pages as well. So I'm excited to read it. It sounds really good. I'll let you guys know. The next book that I borrowed is called Brave Enough by Katie Gardner. And this is about teenager Carson Martin, who is the youngest ballerina in the Atlanta Ballet Conservatory. She never really had a choice of whether she learned to dance or not. Her mother, the conservatory's artistic director, has made all the decisions in Carson's life. But that's about to change. Carson has been hiding an injury, and it's much worse than anyone imagines. Davis Channing understands all too well what it's like to give up control of your life. He survived cancer, but his drug addiction nearly killed him. So this is about two young people who are going through, basically, I think like kind of like a coming of age story where they find themselves. And this cover, look at this cover. I just think this cover is absolutely stunning. Like, this is beautiful. I love the watercolor and stuff. This is so pretty. But anyway, I'm really, really excited to read this one as well. Okay. I'm on to the last two now. So, here's a big surprise for you guys. The next one is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. Yes, I know. I had such a hard time with the Raven Boys. But if you've watched my vlogs or any of my videos, you'll know that I ended up liking the Raven Boys. I did only give it a 3 out of 5 stars. But I wanted to continue after the end of the Raven Boys because it was so good. So I picked up the Dream Thieves. I'm super, super excited to continue on and see if this is a series I love like everyone else does. This is a hefty book though. This is like, I think, let's see. I think it's almost 500 pages. 437 pages. So not quite almost 500, but it's still a honking huge book. I mean, this thing is monstrous. But yeah, so I'm excited to read it. The next and last one has been out for a while. Everyone seems to have read it but me. And I'm excited to read it. And that is Amanda Foote's Daughter of the Burning City. Wicked, wicked to the core. The city will burn forevermore. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. This is about a girl who can create illusions, and all of a sudden her illusions start dying and she didn't even know they could be killed. So I'm excited to read this. This is also a hefty, hefty book. It's probably over 350 pages. 375 pages. So I'm super excited to read this as well. Hopefully I can finish all of these in November. We shall see. I'm still waiting for Saga 1. So, you know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you're reading in the month of November and what you checked out from the library, if you've checked something out from the library. And remember, guys, a reader lives 1,000 lives, and so can you. So keep on reading. Bye!